Game 3 tonight. Sonny Gray goes for the Yankees. He was in the American League West. Should be a great matchup. Let's switch to football. Aaron Rodgers is out. Aaron Rodgers is probably out for the year. I think Green Bay is going to figure out if Brett Hundley's a capable guy, a really good backup that can win you 50% of the games and keep you in that playoff race. I'm not sure. He had accuracy issues at UCLA. I don't think it's a very good roster. I think Rodgers is like LeBron James for his early years in Cleveland with the Cavaliers before he went to Miami. He's duct taping and a very average set of personnel around him together. But I will tell you this, Mike McCarthy's the head coach. He called it an illegal hit. Mike McCarthy's upset. Let's roll the tape of the coach who's upset with the Vikings defensive end who drove Aaron Rodgers, he said, into the turf.
I didn't like the hit. I had a chance to watch it last night on the plane. He's out of the pocket. He's clearly expecting to get hit, but to pin him to the ground like that, I felt it was an illegal act, and to sit here and lose any of your players on something like that, it doesn't feel very good. So, I didn't like the hit. It's unnecessary, legal, wherever you want to put it at, but it was totally unnecessary in my opinion.
Football is about intimidation. It is ridiculous to think that was an illegal hit. It's ridiculous. It was a very legal hit. And in fact, if the Packers had more defensive players who hit like that, they wouldn't be so dependent on Aaron Rodgers. But here's what's not being discussed. Think about every quarterback in the last year that's been hurt. I'll name them. Derek Carr, Raiders, mobile. Marcus Mariota, Titans, mobile. Andrew Luck, runs. Aaron Rodgers, Tony Romo, mobile. Jameis Winston, Ryan Tannehill, Cam Newton, check. Now let me give you an update on the longest consecutive start streak in the NFL by a quarterback. The immobile Eli Manning, 205 straight games. The immobile Phillip Rivers, 182 straight. The rarely mobile Matt Ryan and the rarely mobile Matt Stafford. What do you know? And Tom Brady has two separate streaks of over 100 games, not missing time. The NFL designs lanes for quarterbacks to throw in. And if you stay within those lanes, you cannot touch a quarterback. It's a 15-yard penalty. But the minute you decide to take an exit and go off-roading like Cam and Aaron, by the way, this has been Greg Cosell's knock on Aaron Rodgers. For the last 5 years he's been on my show. He calls him a jazz musician, that he wants to hit his own notes, that there are design plays that work by Mike McCarthy, and Aaron likes to ad-lib. Welcome to what happens, your second broken collarbone, when you ad-lib. Tony Romo, Cam Newton, Big Ben, Derek Carr, Marcus Mariota, Tannehill, Cam Newton, Jameis Winston, ad-libbers. The league clearly protects quarterbacks who stay within the design lanes. Eli Manning, Phillip Rivers, Matt Ryan, Matt Stafford, and Brady do not miss starts and are never hurt. I mean, Eli's been in this league forever. He never misses a start. So this is not about cheap shots. It's about an ad-libbing quarterback, Romo and Aaron Rodgers, Cam and Big Ben. You think it's a coincidence Derek Carr and Mariota hurt again? When you move, when you hold the ball, when you want to make plays with your feet. And by the way, defensive players now can't touch quarterbacks. So when they get the rare opportunity to touch a quarterback, I mean, these NFL linebackers and defensive ends, I mean, they touch him once a game. You come into their territory. It's like you go to a zoo, don't get too close to the cage. When you go to a zoo, you look like a steak. You do get that for the lion. You look like a steak. There's a reason they've got like bars around it. You step inside that, oh, my territory now. These defensive players in the NFL, you run outside as a quarterback, you're now a running back. They're going to absolutely want to make you wince. There's a territory. Yours is here. You go outside of it. Guess what? Your lunch, man. They talk about Cam Newton. They want to make him feel it. Because the league now is literally, you can't touch a quarterback inside the pocket. You can't brush him. I mean, if you fall into a quarterback's knee in the NFL, it's a 15-yard penalty. Like you're a 300-pound guy, a tackle pushes you, you fall into Brady's legs, 15 yards. You don't think they have a little anger when you come into their territory?